Hello everyone and welcome to day 9 of Love Island the game. Today we're going to be playing through and seeing what decisions are going to be made today. This is called Make a Decision and part 1 is called Boy Parts. The islanders weigh their options ahead of the next recoupling. Let's go. Welcome back to Love Island. Yesterday, things came to a head as 2 boys were sent packing. This is proper brutal. And so we bid our farewells to that oh so well-spoken Lucas. It's going to be really weird watching you all on TV, as well as the world-wise Rocco. I've been thinking some pretty intense thoughts while I've been in here. Who are we going to turn to for our sage advice now? Bobby? Wait, how do magnets actually work? Maybe not. Coming up, the recoupling sees the girls in charge and loving every minute of it. I say we make him sweat. You're awakened by the sounds of birdsong. The gentle light of the morning sun greets you. Where am I? You move and bump into another body in the bed. It's Henrik. Oh yeah, I slept outside with Henrik. This feels weirdly right. Maybe Henrik is the guy I should be going for next. I'm glad I decided to sleep outside with him. I wonder where we go from here. Just then, Henrik begins to stir. Huh? Oh, good morning. Morning. Sleep well? Yeah, actually, I didn't think I'd sleep well after yesterday. You make an excellent spoon. Much better than Lucas, that's for sure. His smile fades. I'm sorry about what happened with you and Rocco. That wasn't okay. No one should act like that. Henrik's mad at Rocco. I'm going to agree with him. I'm still so mad at him. I thought we were getting on so well. Yeah, I still think he's a great bloke, but it's for the best that he's gone. Henrik rubs his eyes and looks around. It's so much more peaceful out here than it is in the bedroom. He turns to you. We should just spend all morning in bed. The others will be getting up soon, but it'd be nice to take advantage of the privacy while we still can. I'm going to get up out of bed. I'm sorry, Henrik. He lets out a sigh and begins to climb out of the bed. Guess we should start the day. I'm going to follow his lead and I'm going to get out of bed. You push yourself out of the bed and make your way towards the dressing room. There's a flurry of activity inside the dressing room as the girls prepare for the day ahead. Hairdressers thrum, cleansing wipes lie discarded on the floor, and the air smells strangely of strawberries. How does this room always have a different smell? Who knows? At least it's pleasant. So ladies, exciting day ahead for us. We're the ones with the power, as it should be. Priya's right, those guys out there are going to be working it today. They may be safe, but they'll still want their favourite to pick them. I say we make them sweat. Now you're talking. Let's make them work for our attention. After everything that happened, that sounds like a pick-me-up, and I need that. They do the same? Exactly. And anyway, I'm looking forward to getting to know some of them a bit better. We need to look hot today, hon. Like sun-sizzling hot. What are you wearing? Well, with the guys doing all the work today, I should really go all out. Are we going to? Prob's not. I'm going to wear this one again. Okay, real talk. That outfit is fit as duck. Duck? Is that a real phrase? It's a good thing you look ducking cool. You sound like an autocorrect fail. Oh, wait, really? I thought that was like an actual saying. My bad. Thanks, Priya. She turns back to her reflection. So, just between us, do you know who you're going to pick? Priya wants to know who I'm going to pick tonight. I am going to pick a surprise. I don't want anyone to know. Oh, why keep me in suspense? Don't you trust me? Joking. Though, I would seriously like to know. Well, looks like the time has come. She turns to the others in the room. Girls, let's hit the villa. Time to go and talk to people, and there's a lot of people to talk to. I suppose let's start with Lottie and Bobby. The smell of baking hits you the moment you step into the kitchen. A mass of mixing bowls, egg-covered utensils, and a fine coating of flour lie sprawled along the counters. Lottie sits on a nearby stool while Bobby checks the oven. Hey, Em. Bobby spins around from the oven. It's you! Damn, you're still looking gorgeous in that outfit. Thanks, Bobby. You're just in time to try my latest cupcake sensation. The Magical Island Rainbow Shine. What do you think? I love it. Great, I knew you were a woman of taste. Lottie turns to Bobby and smiles sweetly. I think the name is perfect, Bobby. Bobby beams. What can I say? It was inspired by you, after all. Lottie playfully nudges Bobby on the arm before looking down at the counter. Her head rests in her palm. Bobby's smile fades as he takes you aside, speaking in a low whisper. Lottie's feeling down about something. I'm making these cupcakes to try and cheer her up a bit. I don't know how much good they'll do, though. Something beeps loudly. The cakes! I need to take them out. Excuse me. You turn to see Lottie staring at you. Hey, can we talk? I could really use a sympathetic ear. Lottie's in a bad place. I should hear what's wrong. You take a seat next to Lottie. She takes a deep breath, holds it in for a second, and then breathes it out. Okay, suppose there was a guy in here I like, and suppose we'd be a controversial couple. Huh? Like, let's say there was Girl A who was with Guy A, and Girl A is besties with, say, Girl B, but then Girl A goes bye-bye, and then Girl B is super mean to Guy A about this. Go on. But then Guy A and Girl B sort of hit it off? What are you saying? Lottie sighs. I fancy Gary. Great to hear. Really? I thought you'd be furious about it. After all the things I've said about him and to him. And then there's girl code. I want Gary, but I don't want to step on anyone's toes. What do you think? I think you should crack on with Gary. I honestly wouldn't worry about hurting anyone else. Marisol isn't exactly into Gary. He's fair game, babe. Thanks, babe. I hope you're right. I just don't want to break girl code, you know? I've already made up my mind, I guess. It's just good to bounce this stuff off someone. But there is something else. It's about the recoupling. I want to pick Gary this evening. Can I make sure that you won't? I won't. That's such a relief to hear. I don't want to come across as territorial or anything, but I feel like I could really work things with Gary. And you're a real treasure, you know that? Thanks for the chat. At that moment, Bobby makes his way back to the two of you carrying a tray of immaculate-looking cupcakes. Behold! A batch of exquisite cupcakes. I iced the little dolphins onto them. I know they're your favourite, Lottie. He sees Lottie's flushed face and his expression immediately switches. Is everything okay? He sets the tray down in front of her. No. Lottie gets up, goes to move off, turns back, grabs a cupcake and then leaves. Things didn't go as expected, eh? I better catch up to her. He grabs the tray and follows Lottie, which means we can either speak to Ibrahim, Noah and Gary, or Marisol, Priya and Hope. Perhaps both, but I'm going to start with the boys. As you enter the gym, you see Gary wiping his brow with a towel. Ibrahim and Noah sit near him on one of the benches. Come on lads, that's enough of a break. We gotta look sharp, the girls are watching. Want to make sure I impress. Noah lets out a loud cough and nods in your direction. You should pay more attention to your surroundings. Huh? Oh, come for a closer look, eh? That, maybe a little more. You eye the boys up and give them a wink. Oi oi, who could blame you? He flexes his biceps at you. Anyway, should we get back to it? We've got M to impress for tonight. Yep, alright you two. We're going to do 3 sets of push-ups with lunges in between. 15 reps each. You're a machine, mate. That's just a warm-up of the weights. Ibrahim looks to you. You want to join in? I'm not feeling it today. What kind of attitude is that? Come on, Em, join us. Still a no. Sorry. Just don't feel like working out today. Alright, that's no problem. Yeah, just sit back and enjoy the view. That's more my cup of thing. My cup of thing? My cup of tea. Ibrahim takes his position, and Gary and Noah fall in line with them. You find a nice shady spot to watch from. Right then, let's do those sets I mentioned earlier. The workout looks intense. Ibrahim has the boys building up a real sweat. Gary, watch that bum, keep it down. First time I've had that said to me. It makes you exhausted just watching. After a while, Ibrahim stands up and looks around the group. It feels great to have a crew again. Golf can be a bit lonely at times. When I'm not practicing, I'm too focused on my form to really chat with my caddy. When I'm just practicing. But you lot are smashing it. It's so great we can work together like this. He stops smiling and casts his eyes to the ground. To think I nearly went home last night. Standing up there with Rocco and Lucas was savage. I'd have missed our little crew. I know it's mad, but it's only been 9 days in here, but I feel like we've been mates for years. I'm so relieved you're still with us. Yeah, mate. Who else would tell me off for my bad form? Literally anyone watching you? You all laugh. Ibrahim goes quiet again afterwards. But it's comforting to know that the public seem to like me anyway. How could they not? Look, this is all getting a bit heavy. Both Ibrahim and Noah look at Gary. I swear that wasn't intentional. What wasn't? You know, heavy. Oh, a pun about lifting weights. Yeah, it's good. Gary sighs. Never mind. He looks at you for a moment and then smiles. How about I lift M? Huh? Yeah, go on. I've always wanted to try and bench press someone. Are you up for it? I'm going to let him try. Why not? Sweet. Get over here. You and Gary get into position with help from Noah and Ibrahim. There's a slight groan from him before you're quickly pushed into the air. Whee! Gary strains and carries on. Oh, Gary, stop. You're making me feel ill. Oh, sorry. He lets you down and gives you a hug. I feel pumped after that. All right, time for another rest. Grab some water. It's absolutely roasting out here. Thank goodness. Also, Em, I hope seeing us in action has made tonight's decision a bit easier for you. And then I checked the rest of the villa just to make sure. But we're going to speak to the girls. Hope, Priya and Marisol have planted themselves in the perfect spot to watch the boys working out in the gym. They give a wave as you take one of the beanbags next to them. She looks over at the boys. Look at Raheem giving those boys lessons. It's the only time you see him really confident. Like he's so in his comfort zone. Yeah, it's adorable. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I just need to work out a ton to get through that shield. Working up a sweat with Ibrahim. That sounds really hot. Right, my one condition is that he has to be oiled up. The 4 of you relax as you watch the boys puff and strain away. But you've already been working out with them. Yeah, we watched the whole thing. It was quite the show. It's all for the recoupling, no doubt. Here's a question. If you could make a new boy out of these ones, what would he be like? What do you mean? So like I'd have Bobby's face with Gary's arms, Raheem's chest, Henrik's legs, and butt. Well, I'm pretty happy with all of Noah. Although, come to think of it, I do prefer Bobby's hands. He definitely has some of the best hands I've ever seen. You will nod. I'd have Rock... Oh, sorry, it's still sinking in. That's fine, hun. You'll find the right person in here. Don't you worry. Marisol smiles back at Hope. Anyway, I'd have Bobby's face and body, except with Raheem's legs and Gary's arms. Not gonna lie, that sounds a bit odd. Yeah, small chest, big limbs. I think I can picture it. Like someone who only works out their arms and ignores the rest of their body. But it doesn't sound good when you put it like that. What about you, Em? What would my ideal man in the villa have? I think he'd have Gary's face. Oh, I see his body being his bigger asset. Next, he'd have... I quite like Henrik's torso. A woman of taste. I didn't choose him, but it was close. He'd have Raheem's arms, for sure. They're just so big. And lastly, he'd have maybe Noah's legs. They're one of his finest features. What do you girls think? Very nice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to close my eyes and daydream. Can't fault any of those choices, really. You look back at the boys. Raheem is assisting Gary with pull-ups. Noah's doing squats next to them. Hope bites her lip. The best thing about Noah's thighs is the way they shudder when he's excited. Does Noah ever get excited about anything? Oh, trust me, he does. I believe you, say no more. No, carry on. Hope winks at the group of girls before lying back in the beanbag. Boys out to impress? Check. Lottie craving Gary? Check. And Bobby making cupcakes? Check. It's almost like there's a recoupling soon or something. Coming up. The boys get a chance to woo their ladies on a date. But who will be picked? The boy I want to take on a date is... What did you think so far of day 9? I feel like that was a very speedy part and I kind of love that considering I'm trying to get through all the parts before December 11th, which is in 2 days. We're doing it. It's fine. We're going to manage it. It's okay. But let me know what you think. Are we still reading from Rocco going? I kind of feel like Henrik is the way to go, even if it's just a friendship couple. I think Bobby's going to be safe anyway for a long, long time. So yeah, I think maybe we go for Henrik. Let me know what you think down below. Give this video a like if you haven't already. And let's move on to part 2. This part is called When Life Gives You Dates. The girls each choose a guy to take out on a date before the recoupling. Let's go. Welcome back to Love Island. The Islanders had a big night last night. I've been thinking some pretty intense thoughts while I've been in here, which ended in tears when Rocco and Lucas were dumped. This is proper brutal. But the thing about our Islanders is, even after a big night, they're back on it the next morning. All we've got to do later is choose which hot guy sleeps in our bed tonight. I don't know how they manage it. I can't do anything after a big night until I've had a full English, one of those giant mugs of tea, and an hour of Sunday morning cooking shows. But never mind about me. After the announcement of the girls' choice recoupling this evening, Em began to work out who she wants to go for. And to help her out, the Islanders are off on a choose-your-own adventure. But first, the Islanders have decided to take a well-earned break by the pool. Except for Bobby, who's doing his best to get his hands on Henrik's ball. All the girls are tanning themselves on the grass. You find a spot beside them. It's quiet on the lawn, and all you can hear are crickets and some shouts from the pool. It's just too big, I can't get a good grip on it. It's so smooth, it gets all slippery when wet. There's a noise of plastic slapping against water. You shield your eyes and watch the boys messing about with a giant beach ball. Priya rolls over lazily and adjusts her bikini so she can tan her back. Did you ever dream life would turn out like this? What do you mean? It's pretty special, isn't it? Obviously, it's not all flowers and sunshine in here, but times like this make it so good. We've got good weather, good people, and all we've got to do later is choose what hot guy sleeps in our bed. We're living the dream. We are so lucky to be here. I don't want to jinx it by saying so, but I'm thankful every day I wake up with another day in the villa. It's barely another week, but it feels like everything has already changed for me. I don't even know if I want to go back to my old job or if I want to go out there and follow my dreams. Do I want to go back to being a student? I'm just going to see what happens. You never know when some incredible opportunity might come up. I'm thinking I should put some vibes out there and see what the universe brings me. A cocktails and cronuts truck is what that attitude gets you, if I know anything. I didn't realise how much I must sound like him right now. I hate to say it, but I think Rocco might have rubbed off on me a little bit. I guess I wasn't the only one then. Whatever you guys did in private was your business, babe. I wasn't going to go into that, but now he's gone. Do you think it's weird that You hear Bobby shout and look up to see him trying to catch the giant beach ball. He loses his balance and falls into the pool. The splash drowns out the rest of the conversation. I don't get it. Maybe it's a guy thing. Speaking of which, could one of you girls rub some sun cream on my back? Sure thing, babe. Hope grabs the sun cream and begins to work it into Marisol's back, giving her a little massage. I give really good massages, by the way. Noah loves them. That feels great. I can't believe we've got a full-on sun cream massage happening and none of the boys are here to make dirty jokes. The boys would love to see this. We should make them do it too. We totally should. Can you imagine Noah rubbing sun cream on Gary in the same way? It's as though they just assume people can't be close without getting it on. I hope spreads out the rest of the sun cream across Marisol's lower back. Sun cream is pretty sexy, to be fair. I hope it's really giving it a go. It's important to get good coverage. I don't want to get burned. And I'm not going to argue with the free massage, to be fair. The sound of a phone beeping rings across the lawn. Whose was that? There's another splash as Bobby emerges from the pool. Mine! His phone's all the way in the kitchen. Reckon I can get it first? Go for it. You look at Bobby. He nearly trips over the towel wrapped around his waist. You could easily make that if you're quick. Do it. And then make him rub sun cream on Gary to get it back. Lottie jumps up and runs on tiptoes over to the kitchen. Hey, what are you doing? Too late. She grabs the phone and runs back to where you're sitting. Now, let's see what this is all about. Yeah, what was that text? I don't know. I hope it's a challenge or something fun. Let's find out. I think that's crossing the line, to be honest. I had a guy go through my messages when I wasn't looking once and I broke up with him straight away. Whoa, for sure, that's a red flag. I wasn't really going to read his messages. I can't even unlock it. But I like Priya's idea. Bobby comes over, still dripping wet from the pool. You are such a magpie, Lottie. Can I have it back? Should I, or should the guys have to do something first? I think you should give it back. Boo. It's a bit weird. Fine, maybe I did take it a bit far. She hands the phone back. Deborah, fine, I knew you were just messing about. And that's why you let your guard down. She grabs the phone out of Bobby's hands and begins to read. Guys, I got a text. I was looking forward to seeing that. All the islanders gather round. Marisol looks at Gary. Gary looks at Marisol. There's sun cream everywhere. Are you girls giving out sun cream massages? We'll get to that in a minute. Listen to this first. Islanders, before tonight's recoupling, the girls will have a chance to get to know the boys better. Each girl will take a boy of her choice out on a date this afternoon. Hashtag dating game, hashtag try before you buy. All the girls cheer with excitement. It's date night, baby! Or date afternoon, at least. That's so exciting! I can't wait to get out of the villa and get some private time with a guy. Your phone beeps. Guys, I got a text. Is it you? Are you going first? You will get to go on the first date of the afternoon. Please choose a guy to go on a date with and then get ready to leave the villa. Hashtag early bird, hashtag pick of the pack. This is so perfect for you, hun. You've been single for like less than a day and you're going to get back on the horse again. It's great to have the first pick of the boys. And Henrik's still single too, but there are other boys in here I haven't really got the chance to know yet. I think Ibrahim's head could be turned. Priya said yesterday she liked it, but that doesn't mean he likes her back. Gary's basically single after everything with Marisol and Rocco. But I know Lottie really likes him. She really didn't like it when I said I wanted to recouple with him later. I didn't say that, but that's not the same as a date. And then there's Noah. I wonder what Hope would say if I took him on a date. What are you doing? What? You were just like lost in thought. Oh, sorry. Who are you taking on your date? Well, isn't that a fantastic question? I want to take Noah because I'm petty, but I think I'm actually going to go for Henrik. Henrik blushes and the other boys pat him on the back. I'm really pleased you picked me. That's who I was going to pick. Looks like Henrik is going to be popular. I suppose I can go on some more dates. It's a hard life. Come on, babe. Let's go get dressed up and drink wine in the daytime. I'm going to get dressed up into something really nice, but like a day outfit, I think. All of these are a bit too nightimey. Maybe we go for this one. It's what we wore on our first date with Lucas, I think. It's date afternoon on Love Island. I know what you're thinking. The afternoon is a strange time for a romantic date. But we would have done it in the evening, but night vision cameras are too expensive. But apart from that, there's no expense spared on these dates. We've put some garden furniture in the middle of a field and given them a cheap bottle of wine to share. What more could you want? The budget for this show really isn't as big as you'd think. You walk through a beautiful vineyard with Henrik, the afternoon sun behind you. By the way, that outfit works in all the right ways. That's so sweet, Henrik. A picnic hamper filled with wine and food is waiting on a table underneath the vines. This is amazing. I don't think I could have chosen a better date than eating out in the open air. I'm down if you are. Although maybe it would have been even better if we had to gather the grapes first. There's nothing sweeter than the taste of berries you pick yourself. He gestures to the table. Shall we sit down? You both sit and Henrik begins to pour you some wine. What should we drink to? To our first date. The first of many, perhaps? I've got to ask. Why did you choose me for your date? I wanted to get to know you. I just feel like we should know a little bit more about each other. That whole Rocco situation was so hard to watch. How are you feeling now he's gone? I'm going to be more cautious. I've learned something about trust from that experience. At least you're seeing a positive. I thought you two might be a good match at first. None of us guys knew he was playing the girls like that. I wasn't going to slate the guy in public or anything, but I didn't think what he did was okay. Henrik stops to refill your glass and offer you some nibbles. I'm sorry, I don't know why I started chatting about the villa. This should be some time for us to get away from all that. He munches on a piece of bread. You look completely stunning. As usual. I'm sorry I didn't prepare a great chat-up line. It's not really my strong suit. I prefer sincerity. You know, I actually prefer your approach. You do? Yeah, chat-up lines can be a laugh, but I don't think they actually work. Being told I look stunning by a gorgeous bloke? What more could a girl ask for? I think we're going to have a lot of fun together. It'd be a bit of a crappy date if we didn't. I wasn't just talking about the date. I mean us going forward. I really like you, Em. I'm going to reciprocate the sentiment. I feel the same way, actually. That's good. I believe in being open. If I feel it, why wouldn't I say it? Words to live by? I'll drink to that. He lifts his glass and you clink it together. Henrik passes you some more nibbles. This food is great. He shakes the last drops of wine into your glass. I think we might be getting to the end of it though, which means it's time for me to pop the big question. Marriage? Too soon. Maybe a little. I was just going to ask, what are you thinking about the recoupling this evening? I want to couple up with you. If that's something you want to do. Yeah, of course. He's smiling from ear to ear. Let's make it official. Henrik rummages through the empty hamper. I guess we're out of time and snacks. He's just going to leave it there. We're on a date in a beautiful vineyard away from the villa and he's going to leave it without a kiss? Ugh, sometimes a girl has to do all the work for herself. The sun's starting to set. It's so nice out here. I'm going to stay a moment longer. I kind of still feel like this is really ratty to Lucas because he asked us to look after Henrik and we're just like, okay. You turn to look at Henrik. Although we might have time for one more thing. You lean in closer. The empty wine bottle rolls onto the ground as you knock it over. You move in closer to Henrik. He smells like chalk and lavender. Aw, that sounds like such a good combination. His hair brushes your face as he leans down to kiss you. His lips are as soft and sweet as he is. He reaches up and cups your chin in his hands. They're rough with calluses from climbing, but deft and gentle. You're an extraordinary woman. You too. An extraordinary woman. I'm an extraordinary woman. No, you numpty. I think you're great. Oh, I see. That's great. He looks so cute when he blushes that you kiss him again. He puts his arms around you. His embrace is sure and firm. Maybe I do like Henrik. That's nice. I feel like you could dangle me off a mountain and I wouldn't be afraid. I would never let you go, Em. I'm counting on it. Because you probably fall from the mountain and break a bone. The shadow of vines stretch out as the sun moves round. I suppose we really are out of time now. But that was so worth being late back for. You watch as Henrik carefully picks up the empty bottle and the glasses and puts them back in the hamper. He takes your hand in his and walks you back to the villa. All the other islanders are in the kitchen when you walk back to the villa. Looks like we're the last couple back. Everyone else has already got changed. Maybe they needed to cool off after their hot dates. Lottie calls out to you. Come over here. We're all having fresh lemonade. Bobby's making it. I bet it's amazing. The kitchen is covered in sugar and lemon peel and the lemonade smells delicious. Henrik fills a glass for both of you. Have you been doing this all afternoon, mate? What, you think no one chores me for a date? Come off it. Me and Marisol had a great time. It sounds like everyone had a good date, actually. We went to this orange grove and picked fresh oranges. It reminded me of the first time I ever went on a date, actually. That was a fruit farm too. Did you have fun? Turns out this guy isn't so bad once he stops talking about farm machinery. How was yours, Em? Suddenly you can feel all the islanders' eyes on you. Our date was hot. Wow, details please. I know there's something you're not telling us. Look at how she's standing. Classic signs of someone with something to hide. Come on now, let's give Em a break. All I want to do is take 5 minutes and drink this lemonade. We've still got the recoupling this evening. I think there's plenty of time to talk about who likes who when. Well put, Noah. You wouldn't think that after an afternoon of sitting in the sunshine, the last thing these islanders would want to do is start grilling each other. But it was hotter than a summer barbecue at Gary's Nan's house in there. Coming up is what all of our islanders have been waiting for. It's time for the recoupling. Just like that, we are on to the next recoupling. I can't believe this, by the way, because day 9 is going pretty fast, if you ask me. Let me know what you think of this part down in the comments below. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the last minute playthrough of Love Island the game too? Are you sad it's going? Let me know. If you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe to see more and turn on notifications. And without further ado, let's head on to part 3. This is part 3 of day 9, Ladies' Choice. The girls take turns choosing the boys they'll be coupling up with in the weeks to come. In the weeks to come? My goodness. Let's go. Also, fully aware you couldn't see that, I do apologize. Previously on Love Island, 2 boys went home. And with the recoupling on the cards, each of the girls chose a boy to wine and dine. It's day night, baby. So you think it would be time for a well-earned, relaxing evening, wouldn't you? This should be some time for us to get away from all that. Cue the recoupling. The air in the dressing room is filled with excitement and a lemon-scented mist. The girls put their final touches to their makeup and hair as they prepare for tonight's recoupling. I really want to turn heads tonight. I want the boy I picked to feel like he's won the lottery. I want to wear... I think I want to wear this one. I'll save the head turning for the next day. Excuse me! Priya, what do you think? I suppose it's ladies' choice. It's not like they can say no, right? Well, thanks for that, Priya. You know what? I think you look gorgeous no matter what you wear. Anyway, Hope, have you decided who you're coupling up with then? Hope fakes a laugh and rolls her eyes at the girls. Very funny. I'm actually a little bit nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. We all know how it works. You pick Noah, then he picks you, then you pick him again, then he'll... We get it? You never know. This place is full of surprises. At least no one's going to be left out this time. That's right. Imagine if everyone ended the night coupled up with the boy they liked. As long as no one else gets to him first. Lottie glances in your direction. Lottie knows there's a chance of me picking Gary. But she's right. It's first come, first served. Let's see who gets to him first. Okay, girls, are we ready? The girls give a cheer. And it's time to go out there and get your man. The girls giggle and file out into the night. I'm really hoping we have main character energy here and we get to go first. The girls take their seats around the fire pit as the boys arrive. They jostle each other playfully as they get into line. Henrik spots you and flashes you a smile. Henrik looks hot tonight, and he's definitely a good kisser. A beeping phone cuts through the chit-chat and the islanders fall silent. It's me. I'm first to choose. Hope stands up and turns to face the boys, her eyes firmly on Noah. Two can't stop smiling at each other. I've been so lucky to be coupled up with my dream man since arriving at the villa. The boys nudge Noah and he laughs, but his eyes stay locked on Hope's. He's everything I've been looking for in a man. Kind, thoughtful, and treats me like a queen. I couldn't imagine my life in the villa without him. So the boy I'd like to couple up with is... Noah. I did not see that coming. Noah walks up to Hope and sweeps her up in his arms to cheer for the boys. Noah walks up to Hope and sweeps her up in her arms to cheers from the boys. You're my queen. You lean into Priya and whisper. Hope and Priya are... adorable. I do think they're playing the game, but they're adorable. They're such a fairy tale couple. Hashtag relationship goals, am I right? The hubbub dies down and the islanders wait to see who'll be next up. There's another beep. It's your phone! You stand up and face the boys. Henrik mouths a wow. You can't help but smile. This is it. Time to make a decision. Rocco's back! Who's missing? Who is it supposed to be? Noah, I suppose. Hi, Rocco! Gary's a good laugh, but he and Lottie have had a thing too. Should I get in the way of that? Henrik's quite adventurous. We could have a lot of fun as a couple. Ibrahim's turning out to be a real sweet guy. He's loyal, I think. He's also got a ridiculously hot body. Or I can go for Bobby. They say the best relationships grow from friendships. How long have I been standing here? Right, okay, a decision. A lot's happened this past week, which is why I've thought long and hard about who I want to couple up with. The boy is real. What you see is what you get, and I've been loving what I've seen. I think we'd be a great team. We get each other and I can talk to him about anything. I just think we'd work well together. I want to see where this could go. So, the boy I want to couple up with is... I mean, Rocco's there, but we can't pick him. Henrik. Henrik smiles and strides up to give you a hug. The remaining boys huddle closer and a beep breaks the silence. Lottie's up next. She takes a deep breath, stands up and positions herself in front of Gary. His lips curl into a smile. As all the girls know, girl code means everything to me. You glance towards Marisol, who rolls her eyes. Which is why this decision has been so tough. But I have to follow my heart and the tea leaves. And they both point in the same direction. Which is why the boy I want to couple up with is Gary. A grin appears on Gary's face and he runs over to Lottie and gives her a cuddle. Aww. You know tea leaves are never wrong, Loza. She rolls her eyes and he kisses her to cheers from the islanders. I'm happy for them. They seem to really like each other. Lottie and Gary sit down. Priya's up next. Priya stands up and turns on her heel to face the boys. A smile lighting up her face. The boy I'd like to couple up with is probably the sweetest guy I've ever met. Despite being drop dead gorgeous, he really is a humble and a true gentleman. Together, I think we could be a real power couple, like Superman and Lois Lane. Ibrahim's eyes light up and a genuine smile spreads across his face. So the boy I like to couple up with is... Ibrahim. The islanders cheer as Ibrahim makes his way over to Priya, who is beaming. He glances in your direction before bending down and kissing Priya softly on the cheek. That was really cute. Aw, they're made for each other. They'd be a really cute couple. They sit down and Priya rests her head on Ibrahim's shoulder. Marisol is on her feet before her phone beeps. The boy I'm coupling up with can be a bit of a clown. I guess I don't really have any other options. That's so horrible. This is shaping up to be a bit of a social experiment. The boy I chose to couple up with is Bobby. I object to the use of the word clown. The islanders applaud as Bobby skips over to Marisol and plants a kiss on her cheek. Social experiment? That sounds kinky. Using humor as a defense mechanism. Textbook. There's a textbook! I learn something new every day. Marisol sighs and they sit down together. Marisol is going to drive Bobby insane. It will be like Raheem all over again, only with cupcakes. The recoupling is over and the islanders sit around the fire pit in their new couples. Next up, bed. What an evening. Priya coupled up with Ibrahim, Lottie with Gary, Marisol chose Bobby, Hope stayed with Noah of course, and Em got over Rocco by coupling up with Henrik. All in a day's work. Now, where's Henrik got to? Wow, busy day. I can't believe I'm coupled up with Henrik. I'm gonna choose something nice for bed. This one and this one I keep getting in trouble about wearing for some reason. So maybe we go for this one. We haven't worn it in a bit. I guess this is the one. Just as you finish changing, Henrik walks in. He stands in the doorway, just looking at you. Henrik is giving book talk, man. He's trying to give me like a smouldering look, but it's just not happening. I think it is. He looks like he's trying to hold in a sneeze. Hey. Hey. Now there's a familiar sight, and thank goodness that outfit's far too good to be unused. Oh, that's so sweet, Henrik. I hope being coupled up with me is an improvement on your last couple. You mean Rocco? Exactly. Don't think I could be much worse than that. I feel bad that I'm treading on someone's toes, but I guess that's what it's about, right? I just hope everyone here finds someone that wants to be with them long term. He smiles and looks you in the eye. Look, I just want to say, thanks for picking me, yeah? And how are you going to show your gratitude? Henrik blushes. I guess I'll... He clears his throat. Let's wait and see how it goes later. Anyway, I'm ready. Let's head down. The bedroom is bubbling with chatter from the islanders who are carefully sizing up the sleeping arrangements. Aw, don't you look cute in your PJs? I just want to give you a cuddle. Priya gives you a cuddle when you laugh. Lottie and Gary are getting ready for bed. Not that side, the other side. I always sleep on that side. Not anymore, move over. I need to be sleeping facing true north. I swear. Gary chucks a pillow at her, but she dodges it. She laughs and grabs an extra pillow. You're not getting it back. She jumps into bed and Gary lies flat beside her, pillowless, making sad faces at Lottie. Lottie chucks the pillow at Gary's face. He tucks it under his head and grins. Priya and Ibrahim are already in bed chatting. Ibrahim says something and she bursts out laughing. Priya turns on her side and rests her head on her hand, listening devotedly as Ibrahim carries on his story. No way, then what happened? Ryan Spellman traps him in a parallel dimension, a bit like the Megasphere, but guys, I got a text. Islanders, the hideaway is open. Please pick one couple to spend the night there. It should be Hope and Noah. I reckon it should be Em and Henrik. Do you want to go, Em? I think it should be Hope. I actually do think it should be Hope. Amazing. Oh, thanks, guys. This is great. Step this way, hot stuff. Hope and Noah walk off into the hideaway, hand in hand. The other islanders whistle and cheer. You hear a click as the door behind them closes. Right, time for us to go to bed then, I guess. You and Henrik settle into the last remaining bed. Wow, today has been full on. Pretty happy with how it's turned out though. Yeah, for sure. Oi, you two? Quiet. Some of us need our beauty sleep, yeah? If we'd have taken the hideaway, we'd have been able to make as much noise as we wanted. All right, all right. Hopefully we'll get a couple of days peace and quiet now. In your dreams, Henrik. And that's all we've got time for right now. But stay tuned for more as two new islanders enter the villa. Oh my goodness, look at him. He could be a bit of me. And surprise revelations rock the boat. I can't believe this. How could you after everything you said? Don't miss it. Oh my goodness, what is happening in day 10? I'll be completely honest with you, I do not remember day 10 at all. I remember Jacob, and I'm wondering if it could be Jacob and whoever his counterpart is that are coming in. But I also kind of felt like Jacob was part of Casa. I don't know. When I say I've got a bad memory, I really, truly mean it. But let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good thing we coupled up with Henrik, or should we have coupled up with someone else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please give this video a like, subscribe to see more, and turn on your notifications so you know every single time I upload a video. And I will see you in day 10 very shortly. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to help support the channel, you can actually join these lovely people here and become a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being wonderful members of the channel and helping support it and keeping the Love Island videos coming. I appreciate you lots. I will see you in the next video, everyone. Bye.